This is Mr. Strong.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Judge, I believe the state is moving to moving from a sort of a family member to a plain assault.
This is a big deal. It's a really, really big deal. You know, with an assault of a family member, there is an affirmative finding of family violence. And what that means, if you ever pick up another one, you're looking at a third-degree felony, a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison, because they can use one plus.
Pause right there. One domestic assault. Maybe a warning. Do it again and it's a felony with 2 years minimum. This isn't just a slap on the wrist. It's serious. Fair system or a trap for people trying to change. What do you think?
Another one to make them into a felony offense. Do you understand? So you need to be very careful. I would say 95% of the people that are in jail now are there because they have no self-control. They get upset, they wig out, and they do whatever they want to do without thinking of, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? And that's what you need to do.
Someone's teaching that yesterday.
It's not hard. That's what we're going to do now, to try to give you the tools so that you think in the future of consequence. If I do this, what's going to happen? Do you understand? What you're doing now is you're entering into what's called a deferred adjudication. That is a type of probation that if you complete it successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. It's the next best thing to a dismissal, but it's not dismissed. You can't, if you complete it, you can't tell people it was dismissed. You just do the probation. You completed this successfully and you don't end up with a conviction. Do you understand? For you to complete it successfully, you must do what's called a TRAS. That's an evaluation to see what conditions you may need. If they assess conditions, you must fulfill those. No drugs, no alcohol, mental health caseload, and to get your GED. That is probably one of the most important things out of this. Sure.
I am still doing online school at the moment. I graduate this June.
Great. You're going now faithfully? Okay. It's really, really important. You can't go through life without a minimum, a high school diploma, because you will earn, I promise you, you will get menial, meaning you won't get a good job at a minimum with a high school diploma. There is a correlation, a curve. The more schooling you have, the more money you make. That's life. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. That's why the more education you have, the harder something is, the more money you make. You understand? Are you dad? Come on up.
This is Mark.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for coming. You know, the most important thing, I think, is that we learn something.
Now that right there, that's a twist. The judge is cutting a deal. Graduate, and you're free, no fines. No year-long monitoring, just finish school. It's rare to see the system invest in success like this. So, what would you do if the only thing between you and freedom was a high school diploma?
Self-control, number one. Number two, that he graduates from high school.
Yes, sir.
And I will make you a deal. The minute you get your high school diploma, we'll take you off.
Yes, sir.
There's no need for you to be on this thing for an entire year. All you need to do, learn so that you don't come back and get your high school diploma. And once you do that, we'll terminate you. It's never about the money. I don't care about the money. We'll waive all your fees. You know, I can't pay for outside vendor stuff. As far as stuff here, we'll take it off so you don't have to owe anything.
Sir, do I have to call Mr. Dixon when I get it to let him know?
Well, no, because we'll have you report directly with probation. You have to understand, though, that you give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You're giving up, you're saying you don't want a trial, you want to talk to witnesses, confront and cross-examine the people who are accusing you. You can't appeal this thing. Once you accept this agreement, you're entering into a contract with us. This is an agreement. You either complete it successfully, or if you don't, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest, and you're looking at a whole year in jail. You understand? Meaning, if you don't do your stuff on time, if you pick up a new case, If you consume illegal drugs like marijuana, if you consume alcohol, these things will land you back in jail.
Sorry.
I'm going to bring you out. We're going to have a hearing. If they prove it to me that you violated this agreement, you're looking at a whole year in jail. You understand?
The smartest thing for me.
Who's the complaining witness in this case?
His father, Judge. Right here.
So I don't want you to have threatening, harassing contact with dad. You know, we all get upset with our dad, but I mean, he's here for you. If he didn't care about you, he wouldn't be here. Do you know how many kids I see here that have no parents here at all? Be happy that you have a father because you only get one. And sometimes they're going to disagree with you. They're going to. It's just a matter of time. But if you get upset, find another release, find another outlet, go beat up a tree. I have a friend who's got a calcified knuckle. It looks like a humongous nipple because it's so big. Because when he gets upset, he goes outside and he punches trees. That's what he does. His knuckle is literally this. Find a release, not on a person. Do you understand? All right. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'm not going to find you guilty. I'm going to wait. I'm going to give you a year. But once you graduate high school, I'll cut you loose. No dope, no alcohol. All right. Good luck, my friend. All right. If you need anything, if he starts acting up, come back, let us know. We'll take care of business. Be nice. It's not hard. Okay, guys. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir. Sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. You speak English?
Yes.
Okay, you're charged with criminal trespass. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On February 3rd, 2025, an officer was dispatched to the student-only lobby at the University of Houston in Harris County, Texas, in reference to an unidentified suspicious person standing in the student-only lobby, accessible only by students and authorized staff with their key cards after operating hours. The officer observed the defendant standing in the student-only lobby after the operating hours. The defendant was identified and recognized by a witness who had previously warned the defendant about being on campus after hours. Additionally, the defendant had been issued a previous criminal trespass warning for the entire university campus on February 1st, 2025 and October 4th, 2024. The witness stated the defendant had verbally acknowledged the warnings.
All right, Mr. Okonkwo, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go back to the University of Houston. Do you understand? I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the public. If I find that you are going back, you endanger my public, I'm going to put you in jail. No more PR bonds for you. Do you understand? I know that there have been several issues at the University of Houston. Did they ever find what was, you know?
Not to my knowledge.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, Mr. Okonkwo? I'm going to have you fill out an application for me. We'll see whether you qualify for an appointed lawyer. I'm going to have you go to Ramona, sign and reset. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of weapons as well. Do you understand? All right, I'll have you sign a reset and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we find you a lawyer, sir. Please. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow, so you were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you now. Sorry?
I'll have an attorney.
Okay, we'll get there. Please.
Judge, on February 3rd, 2025, officers were dispatched to an accident at the 4900 block of Fondren Road in Houston, Texas, Harris County. The officers observed a gray 2016 Chevy Malibu to have struck a concrete pillar. The vehicle was still running and the defendant was in the driver's seat of the car. The defendant was the sole occupant of the vehicle. Officers spoke with the defendant and observed signs of intoxication, including poor balance, glossy eyes, and strong odor of alcohol and breath. Officer overheard the defendant tell Houston Fire Department she had a lot to drink. The defendant had just left a club called Good Mood and was on her way home. Officer administered SFTSs, HGN 606, and did not perform the other standard field sobriety test and was detained.
They took her back and she
He
blew.
was transported back to the station. You guys see red consented breath, .0162 and .167.
Got it. Okay. Can you look her up, see if she has any priority to PIs, please?
That's just.
And one more thing, whether she has a valid Texas driver license as well.
I don't see any priors.
Okay. Mr. Washington, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You understand, ma'am? You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance, which are also a condition of your bonds. You violate those as well, you will end up going to jail. Do you understand? Yes or no? Did you see whether she has a valid license? Okay. Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer, ma'am? Did you want to apply for a court-appointed lawyer? Okay. I'll give you an application. I'm going to have you sign a with Ramona, and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box and then fill it out, and then we'll have you talk to someone here momentarily. Everything happens.
May,
Yeah, today.
and come back to you.
I'll let the lawyer explain to you how it works. I can't give you legal advice. And you're charged with criminal trespass. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 120 days in jail with credit for the 56 days that you've done. You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, there's no, can never change this. You understand?
Yes.
This is what you want to do.
Guilty.
You're guilty of the offense, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. It says here that you have a prior assault. Is this true or untrue out of the 488th District Court from last year?
That's you, ma'am.
I'm not sure.
Did you have a prior assault last year? Is that true or untrue?
I don't think so.
Just abandon it. Yeah. All right. All right, ma'am, I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to send you to the agreement. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
So what?
You going on? On this class? You got it.
Mr. Zamora, you're charged with fleeing a police officer. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you, sir.
On February 3rd, 2025, an officer observed a vehicle traveling southbound making a legal U-turn, and the rear of the vehicle fishtailed during the illegal turn. The officer pursued the vehicle by positioning their vehicle at the fleeing vehicle's rear with emergency flashers on. The officer witnessed the vehicle make multiple illegal lane changes without the use of a turn signal.
Hold up, I didn't know. After a 7-mile chase and multiple illegal lane changes, that's like saying, I thought the fireworks were just fancy headlights. This isn't just a traffic ticket, it's a textbook case of how split-second decisions can.
Additionally, the officer saw the vehicle increase speed. The illegal lane changes were made within 2 car lengths of the vehicle. The fleeing vehicle passed. The pursuit lasted approximately 0.7 miles before the fleeing vehicle finally came to a stop. The defendant was identified by his Texas driver's license. An NCIC inquiry revealed that the vehicle had expired registration and no insurance. The defendant admitted to having just left the bar and had the odor of alcohol on his breath. When asked why he didn't stop, the defendant said, "Oh, I didn't know, I'm sorry."
Attorney for Esther Monzon? Yes.
So they didn't do any field sobriety tests, anything like that, huh? Very lucky, Mrs. Zamora. Mrs. Zamora, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. So you said he has, can you look him up to see if he has a valid Texas license?
You don't have a driver's license on file.
Do you know?
I think he does.
If you do not have a Texas driver license, you are not allowed to drive, Mrs. Zamora. I'm making that a condition of your bond. You must also have liability insurance as well. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they're going to put a detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in custody until the case is over with, and then you get shipped off to immigration. That is a 9-month process in and of itself. Do not become a danger to my community. Do not violate these conditions. Otherwise, I will lock you up. And I'm telling you, ICE sweeps it on a daily basis. So if you spend any more than a couple of hours, they'll put their hands all over you. Do you understand?
Sí,
Do
Yes.
not
No.
drive. You also have a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Adrogan. He will tell you if and when you have to go back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're not responding to phone calls or text messages, likewise, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that, I will get you to Ramona where we will have you sign a reset. And after that, you're free to go. Okay, guys.
Thank you, Judge. Conus, he is in the jury box. He took a drug test this morning and he came out negative. But apparently his bond violation was that he was supposed to show up for one. He was out of town because he
Up, sir.
works out of town quite a bit. We're trying to get him into the PTI program.
Is it with a T or with a D?
I'm sorry?
D? D. Good morning, Mr. Traconis.
Morning.
You know, you're supposed to let your lawyers know.
I did, yeah, I did all that,
Your-
emails and
No.
everything. Yes, sir.
So when you call them to go, when they call you to take a test, if you don't,
Yeah.
we issue warrants. So that's why you let your lawyers know, hey, I'm going out of town. So they let
Yes.
us know.
I do that.
So if it happens again, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. So don't miss if they call you to test again.
Okay.
Do you understand? If you're going out of town, let them know. They can let us know, and then we will work out some kind of solution. But you,
I did do that before. That's why
I don't know. All I know is that you didn't show up for the test, and that's not good. Not a good thing. So
Okay.
just don't let it happen again. All right?
okay,
Okay, guys.
okay.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Sia, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine because of the high blow. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On August 18th, February 24th, an officer was dispatched, on August 18th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a crash and observed the defendant's vehicle with the front right bumper damage stopped at an intersection where the defendant had struck the witness's vehicle. The witness advised the defendant rear-ended him. He saw the defendant in the driver's seat and driving. He observed the odor of alcohol upon the defendant's breath, stumbling when he got out of his vehicle. The witness informed the officers he took the defendant's keys away because he attempted to leave the scene. Officers observed the defendant to have glassy, sleepy eyes, and the defendant admitted to having a can of natural light at 1:30. SFSTs were conducted. 6 out of 6 clues observed on the HGN. 4 out of 8 clues observed on the one-leg stand. And 3 out of 8 clues were observed on the walk and turn. The DIC was read and the defendant consented to a breath test. The results were 0.190 and 0.194.
Can you look to see if he has any prior DWIs? Number one.
No criminal history. Judge.
Can you look to see if he has a Texas driver license?
He does not.
Mr. Lazaro Echemendia Garcia, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I am now placing bond conditions on you. If you violate these conditions, I will revoke your bond and I will put you in jail.
Lo voy a encarcelar.
I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you are not in this country with permission
País con-
and you go to jail
Usted lo
and
encarcela.
immigration finds you, they will put an immigration detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in custody until the case is over with, and then you will be shipped off to immigration. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs.
O drogas ilícitas.
I will randomly test you.
Hacerle test.
They may call on you to go take a test. If you fail to go take the test, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. If you do not have a Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name, then you are not allowed to drive.
Puede
I will
manejar.
have you sign with me today an affidavit, which is a promise that you're going to make to me that you're not going to drive.
No vas a manejar.
This I take above all else as serious as it comes. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if you need groceries. I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 kittens. If you do not have a Texas driver license and liability insurance, you're not
Eso
allowed to drive.
Puede manejar.
Do you understand?
¿Usted lo entiende?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, Mr. Garcia, do you have a lawyer?
Garcia, ¿tiene abogado?
No.
No.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
La capacidad para poder ocupar un abogado?
No.
No.
I will have you fill out an application and I will take a look to see whether you qualify for an appointed lawyer.
Un abogado de oficio.
Do not leave
No se
until you
vaya.
sign all of our bond conditions.
Todas las condiciones de fianza.
I'm going to tell you now,
Voy a decir ahorita.
this is the only warning you will get from me.
Te voy a dar.
Do not endanger my community. Do you understand?
¿Lo entienden?
Sí, señor.
I don't know what happened to you. I don't know what happened with immigration. I will reinstate your bond now because I do it for every single person one time.
Siempre.
Ever fail to
Pero
show up
usted
again,
vaya a
I'm giving you the
presentarse de
benefit of the
vuelta.
doubt
Te
now.
voy a dar
I'm
el beneficio de
reinstating
la
your
duda.
bond.
Te voy a
Otherwise, you would be going to
poner
jail.
atrás.
But if you fail to appear for any more future hearings, then I will revoke your bond. Do you understand?
Si no, lo voy a quitar. ¿Usted lo entiende?
Sí.
Yes, sir.
Right. Mr. Gomez, you are charged with, you are charged with driving while intoxicated.
Están acusados de manejar cuando estabas intoxicado.
You're facing up to a year in jail
Mirando que posiblemente esto un año en la cárcel.
because of the high blow.
Pero soplaste alto.
I am now putting bond conditions on you.
Estoy poniendo con condiciones de fianza.
If you violate these conditions, I'm going to put you in jail.
Si no cumples con estas condiciones, te voy a poner en la cárcel.
I don't know what your immigration status is,
No sé cuál es tu estado migratorio.
but if you're not in this country with permission
En este país, con permiso,
and you go to jail
y vas a la cárcel.
and immigration finds you
Inmigración te encuentra,
because they sweep it every single day,
lo están yendo ahí todos los días,
they will put an immigration detainer on you.
van a poner una orden de detención de inmigración.
And you will sit there until this case is over with and then shipped off to immigration.
Estar en la cárcel hasta que tú termines este caso y después te van a mandar al centro de migración.
Do you understand?
¿Entiendes eso, verdad?
Sí, señor. Pues.
Your first condition is that you're not to use alcohol or illegal drugs.
Puedes tomar alcohol o drogas ilegales.
You will be randomly tested.
Te van a estar checando bien seguido a cualquier momento.
If they call you to go test
Llaman para que te vayan a examinar
and you fail to appear,
y no te presentas.
a warrant for your arrest will be issued.
Yo voy a ordenar que te arresten. Porque
You are also not to drive.
no debes de manejar.
If you do not have a Texas driver license
Si no tienes licencia de manejar
and liability insurance,
y aseguranza,
you are not to drive.
no debes de manejar.
I don't care what your excuse is.
No importa ni cuál es tu pretexto.
Do you understand?
¿Se entiende?
Sí, sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
You will be signing a promise with me.
Entonces, firmar una promesa conmigo,
This is an affidavit
un testamento
that you're not to drive.
de que no vas a manejar.
This is the only warning you will get from me.
Es la única advertencia que va a hablar contigo de esto.
Do you understand?
¿Entiende usted?
Sí, señor juez.
Yes, sir.
Can you see if he has any prior DWIs?
No, he has no criminal history.
Okay. Now, you have a lawyer.
Tienes un abogado.
It is your responsibility to stay in touch with him.
Comunícate con tu abogado.
If you fail to stay in touch with him
Comunicas con tu abogado
and he tells me that he can't get a hold of you,
y él me dice que no te puede conseguir.
I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Yo voy a hacerle una orden para tu arresto, para traerte.
All I want are my streets to be safe.
Yo todo lo que quiero es que en este caso pendiente, que no tenga ningún problema y que las calles aquí de Houston no tienen que preocupar de ti. ¿Entiendes eso?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good luck.
Buena suerte.
Gracias.
Aquí.
Yeah, but first he has to promise here and then he's going to sign conditions over there.